This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the tailback. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Throwing right. Makes a connection. There he goes. He's at the 20. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Looking for a gap. It's Berry. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down.
Man, what a job by this defense. What a response. Not the ideal start, but they come down the field, get a goal line situation, 3rd and goal, and you bow your necks, and you're physical, and you get the big stop, and this crowd is hyped.
Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The field goal is no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Makes the catch. It's Sategna. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Sategna. Turns it on in midfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Got it in the middle. It's Sategna. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? To throw, it's Mateer. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Getting set for the extra point effort, putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. That's caught. It's Brown. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They went up top to pick up the last 1st down. Let's see what they have here. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll test the right side. There he goes. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Off the play fake. Buying some time as he moves left. Balls it in. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The give to the left. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Looking for his man. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Sooners will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Takes the handoff. It's buried. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Just a short pass to the tight end. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Here's a hit. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Tigers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Starting to feel a little pressure. Makes the catch. It's Burks. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Snagged in the middle. It's out. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him! He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. The short hands, it's Brown. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Right back to the well. Turning it on. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level and creating big lanes for this running back.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Give to the running back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Caught behind the line. It's Berry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Taking it the other way. At the 20. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He's got it on the move. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice second down defense there that time. It looked like the defense was anticipating the drag route that time. We saw they were able to rally to the ball, get him down on the ground, and now sets up third down in the red zone. Let's see what they do here.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Using the quick game. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. And he launches in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners!
I think most coaches on fourth and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big fourth down conversion.
And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Grab near the sticks, it's Watkins. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Grab behind the line. It's Green. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Slithers into space. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. They'll immediately call timeout.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Caught in the backfield. It's Tatum. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. The give on the inside. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He might want another play. They'll try to get outside. They'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
short, trying to convert here. From the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The kick is on its way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll go to the ground. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Mateer. That's caught, it's Sategna. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Running with some authorities, he bangs his way to the 43.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. The Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Swings it out to his running back. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the tight end. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
The Sooners have this offense rolling. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air, it's Mateer. Here comes the heat. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
Good right down the boulevard. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20 to 14. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. Shows him the stiff arm. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Shakes off the defender. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Perry on 3rd down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Got his man quickly. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Trying to impose their will with the run. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
Defenses want to get aggressive. You got to keep them balanced. You got to keep them thinking about something. Just keep that little nugget in their head like, listen, we will run the misdirection. Mess with their eyes a little bit just to keep them honest.
To the air. It's Nussmeier. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And I like it. Third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a first and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
And they're looking for a fourth quarter lead, and they'll need a touchdown to do it. First and goal. He wants to throw it. Big guy smells it. Touchdown LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will give them the lead.
Down close to the goal line. Great job by the tight end on his route for that touchdown.
And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the fourth. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's up. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Unloads it left. Got the tight end outside. Smashes through the tackle. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Calls his own number. Runs through the tackle. Breaks into the open. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is...
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
They're trying to slam it in. He just couldn't squirt his way in for the 2, and it's still a 5-point game here in the fourth quarter. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Watkins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Durham. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. From the gun, the ground game. There he goes. The 30. Inside the touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Into the end zone, the 2-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finishes the drive with a thrilling 69-yard run to the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got it out. Wide open, and it's a foot race. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well,
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Sooners! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Coming out with it, it's Watkins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Nussmeier. It's complete on the right side. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside. Gets it past the marker. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Watkins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And now this is the time in the game where the clock's fighting against you, and you can only take so many shots like that and get no gain. We got to get out of bounds, or we got to waste timeouts, so we got to be smart offensively in what we do here.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
The sure hands, it's Brown. Turning it on! Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And coaches love having options late in the football game. They've put a nice drive together, and those 2 timeouts allowing them to stay balanced late in this game when they got to have points.
The the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quickly out to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Fights off a defender. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff.
Touchdown LSU! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. With that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. So a drive there of 82 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.